Hey guys, how are you? Quick little chat tonight. Talk about the new product. So I'm gonna wait for a couple more minutes for people to come in. The reel always plays like the replay. The replay plays like the real thing. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So I pray that all is well. I wanted to see if we could I can't see. If we could get some feedback on, maybe if I do this. Oh, there it is. I think. Is it? Hey, okay, now I can see. Woo, I can see. Hey, how are you? I pray your day was good. I hope your week has been beautiful. I can't see. So yeah, so I just wanted to answer any questions about the elixir. I wanted to get some feedback. How is it working? What have you noticed? For those of you guys who have not reviewed, that would be great if you reviewed, because we have a lot of newbies who really could benefit from your suggestions, your review, that sort of thing. So if there is anybody who's on who has anything that you want to say about the elixir, let me know. I don't think so. So this is just going to be a really quick video. That's the hope, that it's quick. So this is going to be a really quick video about, this is the growth oil. I do not have a name for it yet. Let's see if you can see. So if you can see, there's some things like, you can see there's stuff in the bottom of it. So just to give you a little bit of the specs about the growth oil. Had a little brown tea leaves, maybe that was different. Yeah. Sometimes what I use, the ingredients that, hey Ma, the ingredients that I use, sometimes it gets in the mixture, but that's okay. Actually in mine, I keep all of the tea and stuff inside of it, actually. But when I was straining, sometimes it gets in there. So, but it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to do anything. Just don't eat it or stick it in your eye, clearly. So this is the growth oil. This is the next product that we're dropping. The elixir is off of, hey Erica, how are you? The elixir is off of the trial, so the price has changed. What were some of your results? Type those in. What did you notice? What were you setting out to do? We're going to do a live video where I want to bring some people on so they can actually talk about it. Hey sister. What were some of the issues that you really wanted to address? And what did hey sister, what did the elixir actually do? Like, what did you notice, right? Did you notice that your skin was more bright? Did you notice if you did get a breakout, that it cleared up, smaller pores? A lot of times people think that your pores cannot get smaller. They can, and the appearance of your pores can get smaller. They can. Especially, and I pray that you guys are doing this. I hope that you guys are doing this. When you put it on, you swipe up. Like, you're putting it on. Everything that you do, even when you wash your face, like when you get the water, you're not dragging your face. Don't drag your face. Kind of splash it. And then what I do is my face is still wet, and I get the elixir and I swipe up. When I swipe up, that's closing my pores. That's closing my pores, right? When you swipe up. Because it's cold closes your pores, hot opens your pores. So if you wash your face with hot water, which you shouldn't, if you wash your face with hot water, it's opening your pores, right? When you use something that's cold and you swipe up, you're actually sealing and closing your pores. Why is that important? Because if you're using, let's say maybe your moisturizer has got some butylene and some shika butylene, like stuff you can't pronounce. You don't want that stuff you cannot pronounce in your pores. You don't want your makeup seeping into your pores. If you wear makeup every day, you don't want that stuff getting in your pores, because even though, you know, our face wash says it's going to clean your pores, it gets down and it gets the makeup out. Not so much. It's kind of like carpet. Your skin is like carpet. I'm just playing. But when we vacuum the carpet, it grounds the dirt in even deeper. And a lot of times, so that's why people go to estheticians and stuff, and that's why masks are so important, to draw out the impurities, right? And so the elixir, what it's doing is it's actually priming your skin to take on whatever you're getting ready to put on, right? And so it's got moisturizers kind of already in it, not kind of, it does. And at nighttime, when you use it at night, I don't know if you noticed this, if you swipe it on and you still have on makeup, you're going to see the makeup come off. So it can be a cleanser. You know, we could talk about that a little bit later on. It can be a cleanser, but I also want to say this before we kind of jump into this. I don't know what made the sound. Okay. Anyway, I want to say this before we jump into that. Whatever, ladies, you do to your face, do to your hands. We can tell a woman's age by her face, her neck, and her hands. Don't waste any product. Whatever you do to your face. So when I wash my face, when I'm washing my face and it's all over your hands, most times we'll just kind of stick our hands under there just to get it off. No. Take a minute and wash your hands upward. Why? Because gravity is this way. Gravity is this way, right? So when I'm putting on lotion, upward. I know that's weird, you know, because when we're kids, we just slap it on. So I have my lotion. I take my lotion and I go upward against gravity. When I'm doing my neck, if you do your neck, and you should, the elixir, good for your neck, upward, your chin, upward. Don't go downward, upward. Why? Because that's going against gravity. That's going to go against gravity. All right, so the elixir. So let's say, you know, you have it on your cotton ball and there's, you know, you swipe. There's still some elixir on your cotton ball. The side that's clean, swipe your hands. You can tell, certainly, you know, women of color, when you look at us, you can't tell our age, but when I look at your hands, I can. Certainly if you're in a lot of water, you got to take care of your hands because your age shows on your hands. So even your whatever you use to moisturize your face with, don't just wash it off. Put it on your hands too. Whatever you do to your face, do to your hands. It's the same skin. It's the same thinness. It's the same skin. So really take care of your hands. So whatever you're using, whatever products you're using on your skin, on your face, use them on your hands. But remember, you're going to go upward, not downward. Go against gravity. Does that make sense? Yeah, so yes, when your pores look smaller, your skin does look clearer. It does. I pray that your skin was clearer if you did have any issues that were popping off underneath the surface of your skin. Does anybody else have any like reviews or anything that you want to say that you noticed when you were using the elixir? Before I get into this. After, because you're going to wash the mask off. And when you wash the mask off, your pores are really open. So I forgot to bring that stuff over here. I'll do another one. Then you put the elixir on. You don't wash the elixir off. That's really good. That's really good. You don't wash the elixir off. When you're at home, like on the weekend, let's say you're chilling, you're not wearing any makeup, you can use the elixir multiple times. You can't overuse it because it's really cleaning out your pores. That's really what it's doing. You can mix the elixir into your mask. You can put your elixir in your mask if you want to. Mix it in, just like you can mix it into your hair conditioner. You can mix it into just about anything. And it's going to enhance the ingredients that are in whatever it is that you're using, if that makes sense. That's a really good question. Does anybody else have any more questions about the elixir? That's really good. So if you haven't did a formal review, please do. please, please do, because inquiring minds want to know. We all have different lifestyles. We all have different skin. And so this really helps when developing something, because no skin type is the same, no lifestyle is the same, if that makes sense. Hey, Shasta, I see you, sister. All right, so this is the growth oil. I'm going to keep the top on because it has a really strong odor. If you look, you can see some things floating in the bottom. When you get yours, if you get the growth elixir, the growth oil, this is the growth oil, you cannot leave this in your hair. It has to be washed out. It's going to have this floating in it. Those colorful specks is hibiscus leaves. And so what has to happen is when I send this to you, it's going to probably be about this much. What you're going to do is you're going to tell me what's going on with your hair, and I'm going to tell you what to mix this with. You're going to mix this with a carrier oil. You're going to put it in a glass jar, and you're going to sit it in a cabinet or on a counter that does not get a lot of light. Because what's happening is the longer this sits, the more potent it gets. That rhymed. I'm a rapper. The longer it sits, the more potent this gets. Why you are going to mix this with your own carrier oil is so that we can keep the cost down. Because if I send it, the weight, shipping is really, it's shenanigans. But if I'm going to send you the base and you're going to mix it with the carrier oil, and we're going to deal with that based off of what's going on with your hair. So this has to infuse. It has to infuse. The longer that this infuses, so I'm going to send it to you and it will have infused for maybe a week. Maybe a week. This little bit in here will last you a long, long time. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a glass jar like this, and you're just going to pour in the carrier oil to maybe like right here. And then when you need to use it, maybe you have like a little dropper bottle or something. You're just going to pour it into the dropper bottle and then put more carrier oil in it and let it infuse more. So this, what I'm going to send you, will last a really, really long time. And you're only going to use this on your wash days. So let's have some real conversation. You got to use it. You got to use it. So what is your regimen, right? So if you have braids in your hair, or you're going to get braids, or you're going to keep braids in your hair for like 6 months, or you're going to do like a sew-in for 6 months, then you don't need to get this. You don't need to get this because you need to use this. We have a growth oil that you can use, daily or especially for protective styles, but this is specifically designed for bald patches, edges gone, brittle hair, immense shedding, just the overall health of your hair and the overall health of your scalp is in need. This is going to grow your hair, but you got to use it. You got to use it. A lot of times when we need something, the hardest thing is using it. If you're saying, hey, I really want to grow my hair, this is really serious, I'm committing to washing my hair once a week, then this oil is for you. I'm committing to wash my hair once every 2 weeks. If you really want to grow your hair though, I would say then you may want to wash your hair once a week. You got to wash this out. It smells. You're going to walk around, you'll be smelling like garlic fries. I'm just being honest. Oil of garlic and oil of onion is in here, among a host of other things. But together, you're going to smell like some French fries. Right? So, hot oil treatment, amazing. Overnight pre-poo. What is a pre-poo? Pre-shampoo. So the day before you're going to wash your hair, if you want, you would pour some of this oil into a conditioner, and you're going to put it on your hair. You're going to layer it with like a shower cap, really wrap it up in some scarves, put something over your pillow, because if you sweat, it will seep through and your pillow will smell like French fries, right? You don't want that. Or you can just put it on your hair in your deep conditioner and sit under the dryer. But again, rinsing your conditioner out may not get the smell out. You need to wash with shampoo. It doesn't have to be a lathering shampoo. I don't believe in that. But you need to wash this out. This works. Everything in this is for growing your hair. This works, and it works quickly. So what happens if, hey, Anise, I've got some bald spots, but I have a relaxer. All right. So you may need to transition for a moment, meaning you're going to do some sort of like twist out or braid out just for maybe a month or two, because your hair is going to grow and you don't want to relax what's growing. You want to grow it in, as long as you can take it, right? Before you relax, certainly over, where maybe there's a bald spot or something. You don't want to just start relaxing that right away. You want to get that hair in and you want to get it fortified. And this is really going to deal with the scalp issues. Whatever's going on with your scalp, this is really going to deal with your scalp issues. And so if a lot of times when we talk about the skin, right, we talk about aging skin, we talk about cell regeneration, but we never really talk about that with our scalp. We never really talk about your cell regeneration in your scalp, but the skin on your scalp is skin. And sometimes we need to let it rest, and we can't see if there are abrasions. Case in point, last weekend, I pulled my hair up in a bun. This is real heavy. And, I'm just kind of over it already. I pulled my hair up in a bun. And so the next day, I had to take it down because it was so heavy. And some of them were like pulling. And so I took it down. I was like talking to somebody. I put my hand in my hair and I scratched. And I pulled my hand out and there was blood on my hand because these were so tight. And I've had these in now for 6 weeks. This happened last week. That's not normal. That's not normal. That should not be happening. So that means that there's some damage to the scalp. A lot of times all we deal with is damage to the hair. If we would deal with the scalp, then what's growing out of the scalp is going to grow out that much healthier. What's already grown in, we can nourish that, we can condition it, but we really want to concentrate on the scalp, especially if we have slow growth areas or no growth areas. Your hair can grow back. The ingredients in here have been, people with alopecia have used this. It's going to grow, but you're going to have a plan when it starts growing. You don't want to go to relaxing it. You may not even want to go into braids because of the pulling and the tension that will be on that hair, if that makes sense. You want to give it time to grow, and you want to nourish the hair, and you want to keep nourishing the scalp, if that makes sense. And so there's hibiscus in here. I told you oil of onion. There's oil of garlic, so it stinks. Has a very pungent odor. There's of course tea tree, and there's peppermint, and there's a host of just hibiscus. This is really good. And then there's a little bit of henna. There's a little bit of henna. So there's protein in here, but I'll say this to you, it's not going to be enough to affect your hair. If your hair is protein sensitive, it's not going to affect it at all. It's not going to affect it at all. And it's not going to deposit. I'm a henna head. It's not going to deposit the color that henna will deposit. If you have gray and you put henna on your hair, henna will cover your gray. This will not, because it's not enough in there. But this will address slow growth or no growth areas, but you got to use it. You got to use it. Does anybody have any questions about the oil? I'm going to put a doc of the ingredients, how to use, and then I got to get new containers. But does it make sense when I say you're going to have to add your own carrier oil? So you're just going to keep adding, and you can probably do it for about 4 months. So what I send you is going to last you for about 4 months. So you're just going to sit it on the counter. It's going to be sitting on the counter. You're going to get a glass jar, couple bucks, Kroger, couple bucks. You're going to get a glass jar. You're going to pour the oil in there. You're going to let the oil sit for about a week. Even though everything that's in the jar, there's going to be a little bit of carrier oil already when I send it to you. So you can use it out the gate, but it's not just going to be as potent as it's going to be as time goes on. You're going to pour it into something else, however you're going to use it, you know, a hot oil treatment, or add it to a conditioner to do a pre-shampoo. Every now and then, when you're cooking, or if you leave it in your kitchen on the counter in a dark area, when you come up to it, just turn it upside down. That's all you got to do. Turn it upside down, and when you use oil out of it, just add oil. It's what I send is going to last you for about 4 months. So you should see some good growth in those 4 months. In those 4 months. So you never have to, don't stir it. All you're going to do is just flip it and leave it. You don't need to go inside of it. When you add the oil, you don't need to, stir it up. Just add the oil and let it infuse. And then in a couple of days after you add the oil, just flip it. That's all you got to do. And use it. And use it. So before you order it, you got to plan, what do I want to do with my hair for the next 4 months? What do I want to do with my hair? If you have like a sew-in, you may want to go into a wig, because you want to have access to your hair so that you can take care of it. 4 months. 4 months. Hey, sister. 4 months. Give it 4 months and you will see hair grow in. If that makes sense. So does anybody have any questions about this? This is amazing, but it stinks. I'm not going to lie. It smells. So you got to wash it out. But I will have the companion. If you say, hey, Anise, I am either or. You can do for a pre-poo, a pre-shampoo. You can mix this with the conditioner that you were going to use. Do you know what a pre-poo is when I say that, a pre-shampoo? So a pre-shampoo is just to prepare your hair for washing. So it's like a conditioner before the conditioner. A conditioner before the conditioner. So I always like to mix things up. So you can get a conditioner, whatever conditioner you use, look at your ingredients list, those, don't try to get away from using shenanigans. If you just get some shea butter, that in itself is a great conditioner. You can sit under the dryer with it. You can do a hot oil treatment with it. You can do a pre-poo with it. All you would do is melt the two together. That's all you would do is melt the two together. So you have your, let's say you do shea butter, right? You have your shea butter. Just stick it in the microwave for a little bit. Just melt it down a little bit. Don't cook it. Don't cook it. Or if you have like Trader Joe's conditioner, I do like I think it's called like Triple Tree. It's a tea tree conditioner. If you do have that conditioner, all you're going to do is get a bowl and you're going to pour this in and you're just going to mix the two around so that it's not, you don't want it to be runny, because you don't want to be like sleeping and it's like running down your face, because remember, your hair is dirty. And so you don't want to break out because the stuff is running down your face, right? And you don't want it all over your pillow, and then you got to get a new pillow because your pillow smells like onions and garlic, because this smells like onions and garlic and peppermint. It smells. I'm not gonna lie, but you can put it on, and then I would say it's hot outside right now. So if you have where your whole day is like your wash day, you could prepare all of that and you could go for a walk. The heat generated underneath the plastic cap and underneath maybe like a hat or something, the heat generated is going to open up your pores to receive this. It's going to open up your pores to receive this. If you have a scalp massager, you can get one couple of bucks from Amazon, or you can just use the pads of your fingers and just massage your scalp. Then do that and then just wash it out. So you can use it by itself as a hot oil treatment, or you can mix it into your conditioner. I would mix it into my conditioner so I could get more benefits if you have a good conditioner. That's a great question. Great question. Anybody else have any more questions about it? Okay, good, good. So we're going to be releasing this probably over the next couple of days. I'm getting therapy. Hair is not as sparse as it was with chemo. Will this, I can't see what you said. Will this, sorry guys. Will it help? Yeah, it will. It will. It will. This has been, what's in this has been known to help with alopecia. Definitely with hair growing back from like chemo. It's definitely going to help. But you got to be prepared for the growth. You got to be prepared. So like with braids, what I'm using, the oil that I'm using, it causes your hair to grow. I've had these braids in for 6 months. I mean, 6 months, Jesus, for 6 weeks. And so you can see, you know, there's growth. There's growth. So if you're like, I want to keep my braids in forever, I want to keep it in forever, that's not going to happen because your hair is going to grow. Your hair is going to grow because your scalp is going to be stimulated. Anytime your scalp is tingling, that is a sign that that tingling, its blood flow is at the surface. When there's blood flow at the surface, that's when we get the juices flowing, and that's when hair begins to grow. So this, when you use this, your scalp is going to be tingling, not burning. It's going to be tingling, and that's a sign. If you do this every week for 4 months, your hair is going to grow. It's going to grow. It's going to be thicker too. You just got to know what you're going to do. If you have a relaxer and you like, I got to be cute and I got to put this relaxer in, boo-boo, baby, you may need to go into like a braid out or a twist out, or you may need to invest in a wig just for those 4 months so that you can get the growth. After that, you can do this, maybe go down to twice a month, and then the companion oil, the oil that you can use every couple of days. I use it like every day because I like oil in my hair. Jesus. So that's a really good question. Yep. And then, you know, for you, I would just really examine all of the products that you're using in your hair. When you look at the ingredient list on any of your products, the first 5 on the list are basically what it's made out of. Yep. This will help for you, mama. The first 5 ingredients. So I don't care if you have this, it says on the front of it, it says infused with grow your hair root. You know, something great. And when you turn it around, whatever they're using to sell it, marketing, whatever they're using to sell it is the last thing. It's the 20th thing on the ingredient list. There's a drop of it in a gallon. A drop in a gallon. So the first 5 things on the ingredient list is basically what's in that container. I don't care if it says it's got neem oil and it's got avocado oil and it's got jojoba oil and it's got olive oil. If it comes after alcohol, propylene, mineral oil, and there's 2 other things you can't pronounce, that's other stuff is a drop. You might as well say it's not even, you're not even gonna notice it. The first 5 things, if you pronounce them. Is it alcohol? Is it mineral oil? They use those to fill the container up. You're going to fill this container up with a carrier oil. So everything in here is the real deal. Ain't no fillers. Ain't no fillers. And you're going to use how much I send you. You're going to use it for 4 months. You're just going to keep adding. And you're going to let it infuse. You're just going to keep adding and letting it infuse. You're going to keep adding and let it infuse. In 4 months, you can still use it. You just stop. I'll send you some more. It won't be bad. It's not going to go bad. It's not going to mold. But let's just start over, if that makes sense. So check what you're using. Really check what you're using. What are you using on your skin? What are you using on your skin? What I use on my skin, it affects everything, even my hair growth. If I put it on my arm, it's going to get into my bloodstream, and it's going to affect what's going on in me, which affects what comes out of me. So just really, really be aware of that. Really just take a moment and start. Mineral oil is one of the worst things, but it's in everything. Mineral oil will mess with your hormones really, really bad. And it's in everything. It's in hair products, it's in lotions, it's in deodorant. I mean, it's everywhere. And it will really infect your hormones. Get rid of the mineral oil. Get rid of it. If you can't pronounce it, my thing is like, if you can't eat it, like I could take a spoon, it would be really, really nasty. But I could take a spoon right now, I could dig it in this and I could eat it and nothing would happen to me. I wouldn't be digesting poison. The elixir, you could eat it. I wouldn't, but you could eat it. So if I can put it in me and my organs, right? When we start talking about when food is bad for you, if it's a foreign substance, your body can't digest it, right? Your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it can't get it out. It can't digest it. This, if I ate it, my body would digest it. The elixir, if you ate it, your body would digest it. Your body would use it because it's not foreign to it. It's not a chemical. So start kind of getting rid of the chemicals, where you can. Try to start getting rid of the chemicals. What we put on our body is just as important as what we put in our body, if that makes sense. So does anybody have any more questions or comments? Or you just want to shoot the breeze? Did everybody read the what I put up about aloe vera juice? Do y'all know about aloe vera juice? Do you want to talk about aloe vera juice for a minute? Our moments of awkwardness when I'm waiting for someone to answer and we don't have anything to talk about and you're looking at me and I'm looking at you and I'm wondering, is it frozen? So aloe vera juice, we'll just, waiting on people. I'm waiting on you guys to answer. Aloe vera juice, I don't know why I'm doing this. There's no aloe vera juice in here. Aloe vera juice, hit me up in my inbox and I will tell you where to send. I'm still working on pricing. That's why I said in the next couple of days. The elixir, this is gonna be heavier because of what's in it. Of course, it's not gonna be in a glass jar. Of course not. But the weight, you guys don't pay for shipping. I cover the shipping. The shipping on the elixir was like $7. Yeah, shipping on the elixir was like $7. And so this is going to last you for 4 months. So I'm working out the pricing. I'll have it the next day or two. Just hit me up in the inbox and say, hey, yeah, I'm interested. And I will send you, when I get the details worked out, I'll send you, because I'm trying to estimate shipping. And I have to buy new containers because I'm out of the elixir, what I use, but that's not, I can't get the stuff that's in the bottom. Can you see it? Y'all see how it's stuck in the bottom? I can't get that in the elixir bottom. And that's what you're going to need for the 4 months. That right there. All of this right here is carrier oil with a little bit of hibiscus. Can you see that? You see what's stuck on the bottom? That's what you need for the 4 months. That's the good stuff. It's going to be a little bit heavier when we ship. So I need to work that out. I need to really work that out. So just hit me up on the inbox and say, hey, Anise, I'm interested. And then I'm going to let it infuse for a week. So I'm gonna make a batch, and I'm going to let it infuse. So when you get it, you can use it. Because I know people want to use it out the gate. If I made it and I sent it to you, it really wouldn't be doing anything because it hadn't set and infused at least a week. And then after that, it's going to get more potent and more potent and more potent. So you'll notice that you won't need to use as much as the weeks progress. As the weeks progress. So just hit me up on my inbox and say, hey, I'm interested in the elixir. And if you're buying this for somebody, just be like, hey, I'm going to buy this for somebody, and I'll just send you their address. Because this really works. This really works. Aloe vera juice. If anybody has any more questions, just type them in while I'm talking about aloe vera juice. I swear by aloe vera juice. I use aloe vera juice over water. And so I have a braid spray. Braid spray is usually liquidy. It's liquidy. Most of that's water and some other shenanigans that we cannot pronounce. When my hair is out, my final rinse is with aloe vera juice. When I need to refresh my hair during the week, I do it with aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice heals the scalp. It causes your hair to be shiny on its own. So if you have shine issues, maybe you cover your head too much. I work out. And so a lot of times if I'm working at home, if I'm not going anywhere, I will wear a scarf like all the time. And so what happens when you cover your hair, it causes the sheen to be gone. And so if your natural sheen, if you're having to buy products to make your hair shiny, your natural sheen, you need to up your natural sheen. Aloe vera juice is a beast at that. It's a beast. Aloe vera gel, you can add it to certain things, but I really like the juice. And it's really, really good for frizz. So if you're curly, if you're natural, aloe vera juice is your friend when it comes to frizz. So when you wash your hair now, of course it needs to be organic. I don't need to say that. Organic, and it says the inlet part. The inlet part. When you look at it, aloe vera leaf, the gel, the actual aloe vera, when you open it up, it looks like snot, looks like slime. That's the stuff that's in the juice. You want that. That's what you want. So you need to say inlet leaf. That's what it needs to say. And you just put it in a spray bottle. That's what I do. Put it in a spray bottle. After you wash your hair, you condition your hair with heat. You condition your hair with heat. You can even actually put it inside of your conditioner. But of course, it's going to be a little runny. But just mix it. Just all you got to do is just mix it. Sit under, wash it out. And then after you do that final wash, spray your hair down with aloe vera juice. So if you do the lock method, hey sister, if you do the lock method, liquid, oil, conditioner, lock method, if you're natural, you know what I'm talking about. Liquid, oil, conditioner. If you're not natural, hey guys, if you have a relaxer, you can still do methods for natural hair. You can still do a braid out. You can still do a twist out. You don't have to use all the heat. And you can still do like the lock method. Liquid, oil, conditioner. So the liquid, where people would spray their hair down because you want to, style your hair if you're natural, it's really wet. You would just spray it down with aloe vera juice. What aloe vera juice does, that water does not do, water by itself does not do, is it seals the moisture in from the deep conditioner. It seals in, because aloe vera juice has to be kept in the refrigerator, it seals your pores. Why does that matter? Because who knows the product you're getting ready to put on your hair. You don't want that stuff seeping into your body. You don't want it seeping into your body. If the first 5 ingredients on your, whatever you're using, your curly pudding, your curly, whirly girly pudding, if whatever you're using, if it's, gel, the first ingredients is alcohol. You're absorbing that. Anything you absorb is getting into your bloodstream. Anything that's in your bloodstream is getting and hitting up against your hormones. Over time, we don't know what that's doing. We don't know the harm that's causing to our system. So aloe vera juice, because it's cold, right? You spray it on It's sealing in what you just did with the deep conditioner, but then it's also closing down your pores. So when you begin to layer on product, your pores are closed. It's not seeping in as much. It's not seeping in as much. Aloe vera juice also mirrors, what's it called? Keratin. It mirrors keratin. Keratin is naturally in our hair. It's what fortifies it. It's what makes it strong. Aloe vera juice mirrors keratin. So not only is it moisture like water, right? It's sealing, right? But it's also like keratin. Keratin is one of the things that makes your hair shiny. Makes your hair shiny. So when aloe vera juice is a beast, if you don't have it, I need you to go get some. If you have braids in, if you're wearing a wig, if you just washing your hair, I just need you to put some in a spray bottle and use it on your hair. Aloe vera juice, you will see a difference. I promise you. It'll make your hair softer. If your hair is curly, you'll notice that your curls are more formed. You'll have more definition just by using aloe vera juice by itself, just using it alone. Aloe vera juice is a beast. A beast. So I just wanted to get on tonight and talk to you guys about the growth oil. If there were any issues or you just want to talk about the elixir, if you have any questions, if you use it on your hair, if you wanted to give, your 10-star review. But that's basically it. Does anybody have any questions or anything before we get off? And this is our awkward moment. Okay, good. Does anybody have any questions about anything other than what we were talking about? Just something you're just like, hey, I had a question about. Let's see if we can answer it. So in the coming days, we're going to do a couple of lives. There's some great, amazing women in the group. We have a couple of people who have been doing hair. They've been in the hair game for decades. And we have a couple of natural ladies who do natural hair. And so I want to really get them on so that you guys can ask them questions and they can talk to you about, what you should be looking for if you go get your hair done. What type of relationship you and your stylist need to have. Some of the things that you need to say. Like when I go get my hair done, my hair is I already have conditioner on it. I've already washed and conditioned and deep conditioned my own hair. By law, they have to wash my hair. But I've already deep conditioned my hair. So I've already prepped my hair. So after they wash my hair, if they charge for a deep conditioner, or if I don't know what they use, my hair is already ready, right? So I do a lot of the legwork at home because I don't trust, that one, I don't know the products you're using. So that means that you have in your T-zone, right here, you have maybe some oily skin. I know you guys are like, Anise, you're always shiny. Do you have oily skin? I love oil. I love oil. I love oil. If I had oil, I love oil. Yeah, it will really be to kind of look at your products that you're using. Look at your products that you're using, because some of the things that we're using is to produce oil. If you don't have oil, if your skin is not producing oil, guys, that's where you get wrinkles. Yeah, dry skin, wrinkle skin, oily skin, blotting or acne. Blotting or acne. So you just it just means your body's producing oil, which is awesome because that's going to stave off wrinkles. But just look at your products. If you would send me a picture of the products that you use, what do you wash your face with and what do you moisturize with, right? Is it designed for people who have oily skin? Or is it designed to help cause oil production in the skin? I hope that helped. What is a good product for shampoo and facial cleanser? All right, shampoo is shampoo. As long as it's basically, well, there's a couple of things. As long as it's basically natural, but if you're taking notes, great shampoo, amazing shampoo, can't rave about it enough, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is a beast of a shampoo. Beast of a shampoo. It's a beast. Mix it with water or aloe vera juice, and you can wash your hair with it. You can also do bentonite clay and apple cider vinegar. It's going to clarify, and if you're natural, it's going to make your curls pop. Like it brings elasticity back to your strands. You can get, apple cider vinegar is like $5, and bentonite clay is like $7.99, and it'll last you forever. Like it'll last you a really long time. You can use bentonite clay as a mask, but the same mixture, but just it's gonna bring stuff up, so you may break out a little bit. So apple cider vinegar mixed with water, apple cider vinegar mixed with aloe vera juice, apple cider vinegar mixed with bentonite clay. Great, 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 great shampoo. So if you did the bentonite clay, you're just going to mix the two together. You're just going to put it on. It's a mask. So your hair is going to be like looking like you got on like some mud. You're going to let it sit maybe 5-8 minutes, rinse it off. Your scalp is going to be clean, but your hair will not be like squeaky and, without natural oils. Amazing. Super, 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 super cheap. You just got to mix it together yourself. Trader Joe's has their brand. They have great conditioners and shampoos. Great, great, great. Facial cleansers. I know some people use Cetaphil. I really don't know what's in that. I've never really looked at what's in it. I hear it's kind of good though. Black soap. Black soap. Black soap. Black soap. Black soap. If you go to like Whole Foods, if you go to Whole Foods and go in their soap aisle, you'll see they have tea tree soap. You see they have black soap. They're gonna have some peppermint soaps. Depending on what's going on with your skin, you can use any of these soaps as facial cleansers. And you can just cut off a little piece, you know what I mean? So you can use it on your body, right? And then you can cut like a little piece and you can use it for your face, and it'll last a really long time. I like liquid over the bar, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's just a cleanser. So just when we have like a bar, we tend to go kind of wild with it and drag our skin with it, and you don't want to do that. So you could just go to like Whole Foods, and depending on like what's going on with your skin, you can choose so many bar soaps, and they're not going to be expensive. They're not going to be expensive, and they're going to cut to the chase, and they're really going to deal with, it's all natural. If it's at Whole Foods, all natural. It's going to be organic, right? And so you don't have to worry about all those fillers that they put in to make sure that the jar is full. That's where the shenanigans comes in at. So I pray that answered your question. Yeah. Natural things can clean the hair. I use, when I don't have braids in, I use apple cider vinegar a lot. It really repairs the hair really, really good. You just got to make sure you deep condition afterward. Great question. Does anybody else have any questions about anything? That's cool. All right. All right, so I'm going to take that. We don't have any more questions. If you want the oil, hit me up in my inbox when I know. Right. I don't do awkward very well. When I have another funny story, there's only 3 of us on. Do you guys want to hear another funny story of how I had an epic fail with a dude? Y'all want to hear another funny story? This is bad. It's really bad. It's worse than the other one. But this is different because anyway. Yeah, so hit me up in my inbox if you're like, hey, I want the oil. And so when I roll out the price and all that stuff, I'll just hit you right back. Okay. All right. So I love you guys. No more questions. Oh, your grandson, he's cute. He's a cutie patootie. All right, guys. So you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you guys next time on our next live. All right. Good night.